Welcome students, class 5, subject EVS 1, chapter number 14, topic is transport. Let us begin with the explanation. On the first day, now you have to do an experiment that you have to try this. And for right now, what we are going to do, we are going to we are going to think and we are going to answer. In one condition we are, and we have to think and we have to answer. Now at what you have to do, you have to take a certain distance, either from to any of your, you have to choose a friend's house or a park or a shop or any distance from of 1 kilometer far away from your home. And one day, for the first day, what you have to do, you have to walk to that whatever place you have chosen. You have to walk and go over there. On the second day, ride to it on your bicycle. You have to go on your bicycle to that same distance with that same weight. Okay. Now on the third day, take an automobile. Automobile, that means any vehicle on which you can travel. While doing this, always take your school bag with you. Use the same route all the 3 days of the journey. Now these things you have to remember. And while doing this, you have to, all the 3 days what you are doing, you have to follow down the following things. You have to remember and you have to note down the things. What are this? The time taken for the journey on each of the 3 days. Then the second one is which journey took the longest time and which journey took the shortest time. Then the third thing that you have to note down is on which journey did you carry to your own things. On which journey did you carry your own things? Alright. And the fourth thing that you have to remember is which was the most comfortable journey. On which journey did you have to use fuel. And the sixth thing that you remember, on which journey were you most bothered by smoke and noise. All right. Now let us see what it is. Now you will see that while walking takes the most of the time, and you put lot of labor by carrying your own things. Using vehicle saves time and effort. You must have also realized that you need to use fuel in the automobile. This causes air and noise pollution. Now it means that the different mode of transport have different advantages and disadvantages. Now first day when you are walking with all your bags and everything, that must have taken long time. You must be tired by carrying your luggage, and you must be it must have taken a long time. But when you are riding a bicycle on the second day, the riding must have been riding must have been comfortable. It must have taken lesser time in comparison of walking, and you must have not used any kind of fuel but only your energy, and this would have turned out to be one of the best exercise also for you. And on the third day, when you are traveling, you have used a fuel. You must have used fuel in the vehicle on which whatever you are going, which must have released smoke and everything. But this journey would have been more comfortable in comparison to the other two, and this must have taken a very shorter time. But with this we come to the conclusion that this causes air and noise pollution. It means that different modes of transport have different advantages and disadvantages. In today's high-speed world, we have to depend on several modes of travel and transportations of goods. Modern means of transports have many advantages. Now let us see what are the advantages of transport. Work gets done sooner. The time is saved when whatever work you are doing, time and efforts are saved. Yes, the work is done quickly, so you are saving your time and as well as your energy. Trade is facilitated. That means you are encouraging more for trade. Then different parts of the world are now connected due to transport facilities. More opportunities for exploring the world due to transport. Then transport of goods even on the global level has become simple and easy, as so many things are easily available. The lifestyle of the people has also improved. The facilities of tourism, health, education, etc. have become speedier. Due to which various transport in the world has come closer. Now study the picture and note the answer of the following. Observe the picture very carefully and then whatever questions are there, you have to think and answer. Where have the children stopped? Second question is, why have they stopped there? Third question is, what are the children doing? Next question is, what is troubling them? Now in the picture you will observe three kids are standing in the middle of the road. That is where the footpath is, where zebra crossing is there. On the one side you will see a motor rider, bike rider is going on the bike, and the other side you will see that the car is going on, is going from there, right? One kid is holding the ear, the other one is rubbing the eyes. You will find smoke in the background. Yes, so let us discuss where are the children stopped. Now the children are stopped in the middle of the road at the zebra crossing. Why have they stopped there? Because the vehicles are going, yes, to and fro, both the side vehicles are going. What are the children doing? They are, first and foremost, they are crossing the road. Second thing, that they are facing a bit problem, that is the noise and the smoke. Yes, so they are holding the ears and eyes. Now the next question that arises, that what is troubling them? Yes, what is troubling them? The horn is the honking sound that has come, the pollution, that sound pollution I would say. Another one is air pollution, because of which they are having ear problem, eyes problem. So that is the thing that is troubling them, right? Moving on to the next. State the difference between the plant close to the road and those far away from the road, basis on the following points. Now you have to observe this picture and the points: freshness of the leaves, color of the leaves, appearance of the plant. Now you will observe the plants near the road are a bit shady. They are pale yellow color. Yes, the colors of the leaf is dull. The freshness of the leaf is not there. The appearance is also not that good as compared to the leaves and plants that are far away from that are a bit at a distance from the vehicle, right? So this is the difference that we see in the picture. Now let's come to the conclusion, what we learn from this. There is a constant traffic on a busy road due to the burning of fuel in the vehicle, They constantly emit smoke, that means they remove smoke and some poisonous gases. These gases are mainly include carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Similarly, minute particles of carbon and lead are also released in the air, and excess of substance lowers the quality of air in the environment. That means more of smoke that is released, and in smoke whatever poisonous substances are released and gases are released, what it does, it lowers the quality of air. That means it is creating a pollution in the air, in the environment. This is what we call the air pollution. That means these are the reasons: busy roads with traffic, vehicles, fuel burning in the vehicle, smokes and poisonous gases released. The gases that are mainly, they are carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. This causes irritation, burning of eyes, skin allergies. So these are and these all are one of the reasons that result in air pollution. Now, what is the effect of air pollution on us in the environment everywhere? Let us see that. Trachea, lung and eye disorder, that is burning of eyes. Sometimes you will I'll give you an example, that traveling on a bike or on in a car or a long distance journey through road, at times you will feel burning in your eyes, or you will feel itching in your skin. So these are the one of the reason for traveling in and this problem one faces. The leaves of the plant shrivels up and fall, sprouts get scorched, and growth and development of the plant is also affected adversely. So because of this smoke and air, because of air pollution mainly, these things happen, that it affects not only human beings but it also affects the plants also. Constant traffic through forest areas can harm habitat of plants and animals living there. The wild animals in the forest, in these forests, begin to migrate elsewhere. Migrating means moving from one place to the other. So because of the traffic, honking and this harmful environment that is being created around the forest area, so it affects the lifestyle of the animal also living there, and it also affects the habitat, that means the habitat of plants. And because of this, what happens, animals also from start moving from leaving that place, and they move on to the they start searching for the another place. They move from one place to the other. The constant sound of vehicle creates noise on a large scale. It causes ill effects such as restlessness, irritability, headaches, lack of concentration, psychological disorder, etc. So now, regular honking and the noise and sound, if it is there on a large scale and for a very long time, regular basis, so what, one gets sick, or it causes illness to that person. So what it is, the person is always restless. Yes, irritability, that means he cannot bear things, chidchidapan I would say, example. Yes, regular headaches he will have, and lack of concentration, one cannot concentrate on any of the things. And even psychological disorder also one can face if it is very much extreme. Which of the options you will choose to the following occasion? Now, and going to an occasion, what are the following options that you are going to use? Walking, riding a bicycle, using a private vehicle, using public transport. So the first situation is going to study at a friend's house who lives nearby. So what the option would be? It can be walking or riding on a bicycle, the best option, that is A and B. Going to your school, which is about 1 kilometer away. Yes, it is far away, so at times you can go walking or riding on a bicycle, but if you are in a hurry you can use public transport as well, right? So depending upon the situation, but mostly option 1, option A and B only you would choose, that if it is in 1 kilometer area you can go walking also, and on riding on a bicycle also you can go. Taking materials to a science exhibition in another town. Now you have to carry materials, so you can take public transport also. You have to go from one town to the other, so you can take public transport and go. Unless and until if it is a big group, if you are going in a big group, and if it costs somewhere around the public transport and you people are in a big group, so you can go for a private vehicle also. But always we have to make sure that we use lesser and lesser of fuel, where for personal, in where one is not spreading for one person, we are not creating pollution in the environment. Going to a wedding in the next town. Yes, now moving further, we realize that we should cultivate habits such as walking short distance or riding bicycle for slightly longer distance. In this way we can avoid the use of fuel burning vehicle and reduce pollution. About other times, at other times using public or private transport can save time and effort. For longer distance we can use public as well as private transport. In this way we can reduce the severity of the harmful effects of transportation. Remedies for reducing pollution. Now we know the reasons that why the pollution is caused, but now let us see how we can reduce the pollution. And every individual can do it by taking its own effort, and one can give an helping hand by reducing the pollution. Using fuel that cause less pollution, timely maintenance and repair of the vehicle, whatever vehicle you are using, yes, one is using, so maintaining it and repairing that vehicle is also one of the helping hand for reducing the pollution. Using public transport as far as possible. Using private vehicles only when necessary, unless and until it is very urgent or it is very important or necessary, then only use private vehicles. Planting trees, especially indigenous or local varieties like banyan, peepal, neem, karanj, etc., and caring for them. That means one need to plant trees and need to care them. Why they have mentioned banyan, peepal, neem, karanj? Why these trees especially? Because they give lot of they take lot of carbon dioxide, and they release lots of they release more of oxygen in the atmosphere. So this helps in maintaining balance in the environment. You will always observe when you are traveling at far distance or at the roadsides, in the highways mostly, outside the town area, if you see, there you will observe that banyan tree, peepal tree, neem tree, these trees are planted along the roadside. Why? Because this will reduce the pollution in the air, and it will create a balance in the environment. These trees adapt easily to the local environment and helps in enhancing biodiversity. Avoiding fuel that causes pollution. Using fuels such as LPG, that is liquid petroleum gas, and or CNG, that is compressed natural gas, for vehicles. Now let us see about this, the shape that you see. In these modern times, we use cars, ships, and aeroplanes that run on fuel. In the olden days, ship did not use such engines. They had sails. They helped us to they helped to use the force of the wind. Now that sails, that means that cloths are there, you would find that they are tied, right? These are what they are called as sails. And with the help of the wind, the pressure of the wind, they sail. That means these ships used to sail on water. They used to move further on the water with the help of the pressure of the wind. They are called as sailing ships. In those days, people traveled all over the world on these ships. Now let us see the advantages of bicycle. One, what are the uses of bicycle if one is using? Physical exercise first. Second is small load can also be carried. Third thing, does not cause pollution. Fourth, self reliance. Fifth, saves time. Sixth, can be stored in a small space. Sixth, saves money. And seven, less crowding of vehicles on the street. Now let us see what we have learned from this chapter. The beneficials and harmful effects of transportation. Judicious use of means of transportation. The danger to nature due to pollution caused by various means of transport. Remedies for various types of pollution. With this, we come to the end of our chapter. Chalo.